Aha. I.
Tak já jsem nechtěla.
Ha. Kamen
Honzo,
Melda
pozvi,
I.
ne, tomto.
Co? Nechceme červa teď?
Co?
Červa červíka?
Ne. Tohle.
Tak no.
Honzo, udělej pozdrav.
Ne.
No.
Ne.
Čau, jak se máte? Tohle je na
Family
Family.
streamě nahlásím.
Někdo se nekoukejte na jeho stream, nikdo nemá rád. Lalalala, fuck shit, fuck, nebude to monetizovaný, fuck shit, fuck.
Jo, já ti... Copyright, jdeme mu tam zahrát
Pouštěj copyright
Gangnam Style.
písničky. Pouštěj copyright písničky.
Já se krát... Nevadí.
Vládě, dáš nám tu Fire tu Blast Step, aby jsme to měli. Místo Yippie Creature. Autism Creature.
Tak první
Můžeš
to najdeš.
nestřílet. Enhanced Tooltips. Deep Rock, Vlaďo. Ty ani nehraješ Deep Rock Galactic.
To.
Teda.
Už?
No ještě na 2 hodiny.
Wow, departed.
Tam Vláďo Departed a to druhý nejsou stejné věci.
Wow. To je moudro. Ale interesting.
Come on, Vláďo. Ok, já mám 4.
Come on, Vlad.
Yummy eyeballs.
Co?
And I sprayed some ice to make them look delicious.
What? Ha.
Pošlem.
Aha.
Yippee yippee. Yippee yippee.
Hustý.
Dedicated flight lesson.
The Line Force.
Memory of Terraria Espanol.
Kde je Line Force a proč umře?
Vysel Tower Music Back.
Kde je Line Force?
Mám tušení.
A proč chcípl?
Heisenberg Breaking Bad.
Roginejko.
To je video.
Heisenberg from Breaking.
Tavern Keep, yes.
Co to je?
Ten týpa máme, to je skvělý. iPhone Plus.
Tak jdeme summonovat.
Ještě 10 minut.
Dobrý, už 3,
The
2, 1,
scientist
teď.
team.
4, 3,
1, 2, 3, já se jdu sednout spawn.
Honzo!
Vláďo, jdeme z Eletrona, sedněte si spawn.
Jo.
Honzo, nedělej replace Hellscone.
Skvělý. Tak si setněte spawn. Vláďo,
já
když
bych
tam
to
se
mohl.
ten fucking
To
spawn.
je.
Jo, Vláďo tam má, dobrý, tak já si sem jdu dát ten Magic
Jo, já
Mirror,
tam
abych si...
hodně mám. Co mám
Tak jako,
střílet?
když tak cípneš. Já nevím, cokoliv na ní střílej.
Já nic nemám. Krumpáčem.
No jasně. Ej,
Jsem
fuck.
dělal tu mušketu.
Jo.
Náladě ztratil asi.
Loupej. Ha.
Jo, takovej ten break pipe. Pipe death sound. Ne, neslepuj mě! Sexual harassment. Ale
Ne,
má
ne,
si to
ne.
nejlepší
Ne.
range zbraně od
Ne.
nás.
Ježiš,
Proč ne na to?
teď jsem si dát toho slima blbýho.
Už jsem řel?
Já to jdu rukovat,
Jo.
počkej.
Nejdu
Ruku jeho
rukou,
rukou.
cože?
Melda, Střílej na jeho ruce,
Vejce.
protože pak bude mít menší defense. Fuck. Já Vládě nechci.
Jo, Vládě nechci.
Ale,
Já ho jdu
On
explodovat.
na mapě jako to.
Fuck. Ne, fuck you. Ale ten meč dává fakt hodně damage.
ne. Čakrát já zapomínám, že můžu chodit dolů.
Ne.
No právě ne, proto je to...
Ale, já mám si ale.
Tak
Co?
já jdu přežít.
Kam jde?
Za mnou.
Ty máš jinýho boltravajte než já.
Au.
Má čepici.
A on mě pleská furt. Kam, Vláďo, kde jsi? Vláďo, kde jsi?
Dobrý.
Dobrý, žikula. Mohl si recall.
Nemám Riko, hovno mám.
Oh fuck, ok. Melda, jsi živá? Jo, ok, on mě loknul. Přežij, prosím.
Jo, žiju. O ne.
Asi neslime úplně. Vláďo, hlavně nezapomínej používat ty tvoje samony. Proč
Co?
jsem ti to dělal, když
A
to
je,
nebudeš
samé ne,
používat?
okej, to by šlo.
Ježiš,
Jo, Infinity Pierce, to je dobrý.
Rambling.
vůbec nechápe tapek. Jak se vyhýbat, vůbec.
Vláďo, dělej.
Rambling.
Vůbec ne, oni trefil.
Už jsme tu.
Rambling.
Vůbec se nemůže trefit, vůbec nechápe.
Melda, vidíš, ta Falling Star mu zničila ruku. Teď
Okay.
Scout, dávej pozor.
Ale mi začíná střílet.
No, začíná střílet, právě.
To střílí.
To je pak špatný, ničit.
O ne. On už nemá...
On už nemá ruce. Yes. Tak teď má
O,
hodně
ne.
defense, takže dostává víc damage. Ne, má jednu ruku ještě.
Já jsem slepá. O ne.
Fuck.
Hele, má ruku.
Já se randu.
Už nemá ruku. Mi to seklo.
Scout.
On to
Už nemá ruce, už nemá ruce.
Já se randu.
My přežijeme, neboj se. Proto je ta hard lampa důležitá.
Co?
My jsme už chcípli bez ní. Ok, dávej pozor na Scout, Vláďo. Dávej pozor na Skull emoji. Dávej extrémně moc damage.
Jo, všiml jsem.
Ok, fuck. A ne, mě loknul.
Já se randu. Já jsem se nespavla jsem se. Ne, on se nespal.
Přímo předtím.
To si přijít od vteřinu později.
Teď, kde bychom měli best statue. Vláďo, nechceš jít do desert? A nebo ne, já si půjdu do desert. A to bylo tak blízko, ale už jsme mu zničili ruce. Tak co ještě bychom mohli zlepšit? Vláďo, dej nám pak příště tu gast stuff, aby jsme mohli taky. A poušne určitě. Tak já jdu dělat poušne a jdu pro bast statue. Jdu poušnovat.
Zabijím. Umírá.
Vláďo.
Už umírá, tamhle.
Takže,
Tamhle.
Iron.
Umři.
Vládě, ty asi
Už
taky
má
budeš
málo.
chtít poušny, co?
Už má málo.
Vládě je schizofrenik, já nevím.
Jo, Vládě jo. Ne
Ne,
schizofreničí.
počkej, už je tamhle.
Vládě.
Takhle se. Teď je prcek vedolně. What the fuck? Kdo to dá takhle?
Pojď, Vládě, odej ho.
No,
To
je dobrý
tvojí
posle.
schizofrenii. Vládě, pojď, to dáš.
Rambling.
Já si svoji
Rambling.
schizofrenii.
Rambling.
Ještě chcípnem to. Těž to vypadá tak perfektně, když roste to IP.
Ne.
Kde bych měl Mura
Umíráme teďka.
dějný.
Saman. Musket.
Vládě, Já už jsme umřeli.
Musket.
Nechci taky tady ty prasata lítací, to je, protože mám Vláďa ne.
Ha?
Co?
Ty Vláďova lítací prasata.
Jaký lítací prasata?
To jsou gásky
imbové,
přece.
To jsou imbové, Mildo!
Jsou gásky, Mildo.
Jaký gásky?
Nediskriminuju,
To jsou
neříkej jim,
gásky,
že jsou
Mildo.
prasata.
Koukej. Koukej na ten
Gastr.
stream.
Gaster.
To je gás
Undertale
Minecraftu.
Undertale reference. Já jsem. Voda.
Ale tady máte prase, kdybyste ho potřebovali.
Umíráme! A já mám ještě
Tak
svůj.
jo, každý budete mít poušny.
Dávej.
Jedna záchod.
Kde malé, co malé? Kde je další kytlik? Můžu těžit tady tohle věc? Jo, já můžu! OMG. Čemu to je? Mira, pojď to skopat celý.
Tak jo.
Pojď skopat, až se přivrátí ho to, tak tady vůbec plošina.
Ne.
Milda, chceš úkol, který nám hodně pomůže s tím bossfightem?
No.
Běž prosím do underground pouště. Najdi tam prostě bast statue, je to taková kočka prostě.
To nemáme ještě.
No ještě ne. Naučí nemáme to. Vladě, nemáš to někde?
Ne. Ale vím, co to je.
Nemáš lepší kladivo, aby jsme mohli vidět čistí.
Ne.
Dobře.
Vladě, fakt to nemáš?
Ne. Honzo, vidíš nějakou Anku?
Mildo, půjdeš pro to, prosím.
No, počkej. Nejsi proto i ty.
No jo, dělám poušny.
Ježiš, já nevím, kde tam je, ale...
Prostě běž do pouště a tam se koupej dolů.
Ježiš.
Potřebujeme slunko. To.
Hej, proč ty krásně najednou nefungujou? Viděli jste Limited
voda.
Life? Limited Life.
Jo, Limited Life první díl.
Já ne.
Já ještě
je?
taky. Já celý ne.
Co to je?
Máš tam prostě...
Nebo...
Ne, je to od
To je
Griena,
to,
máš tam
to je
prostě
life.
časovaný
Jo,
díl.
jo, aha,
To je
jo,
Semaphore
ty
série.
Ha,
No.
to se mě na Instagram.
Traffic Light, já to jsem ti posílal.
Mhm.
Traffic
Jo.
Light series.
Tak.
Bych něco takového udělal možná. Inspirace.
Vláďo, zasadil se tam nahoře Daybloom. Jo, zasadil. Ježiš, ty jsi dobrý, že
Já
jsi to měl
vím,
tady.
já jsem myslel do budoucna.
Vůbec jsem ti to neřekl. Vůbec jsem ti to
To
neřekl.
zase další ne. Honzo, co tam prodává?
Co, koukám. Kde? Kam zmizel? Kdeč?
Tady mám briku.
Kde je ten čumák?
No,
To je hlína.
jedu do kladiva.
Kde se...
No,
A,
to
tady
je
je.
růžový.
Mildo je na tvojí krásné struktuře. Revolver. A, ne, to je horší. Mildo, kup si já ti koupím Grey Zapinator. Zapinator.
Co?
Co to je?
Je to perfektní.
Tak jo.
To je všechno dobrý, co prodává.
Aha.
Dobrý, mám pro vás věci. Mám wormhole,
Je to
dobrý.
nejlepší blbý.
Bav. Mildo, takže, tady máš Zapinátor. Tady máš jeden potion, tady máš jeden potion. Vládě, pojď sem poušny. Použij ho.
Nemůžu dělat, to není to hammer ze serveru.
Teď?
Ne, teď ne.
Já jsem,
Teď ne ještě,
na
ale
záchod, když jsem byla dole, takže ahoj.
Co?
Když jsem zapomněla jít na záchod, když jsem byla dole.
Ne,
Increase defense by
Aha,
8.
to máš 3krát. Ok, hodíš mi to zpátky?
Co?
Hodíš mi zpátky ty ironsky, ať máme na příští. Jo, díky. Všechny ne, už stačí. Máš regen, dej se tam všechny buff potion jako Thorns a tohle.
Kde vidíš to?
Thorns, tohle.
Ještě něco. Umírám.
Jo, to znamená.
Co se stane, když to vytěžím celý?
Tak se nic nestane.
Tak to vytěžím
Tak
celý.
jedu ještě hledat best, teď tu mezi těmko nazad. Je
Jak
to
funguje
prostě
redstone
kočka.
na tuhle věc?
Co?
Redstone.
To jsou dráty a jsou tu taky timery, switche, lebry a takovéhle věci.
A tak čemu?
Pak aktivuješ věci jako třeba Dart Trap, nebo gejzíry a tak. A nebo bloky můžeš dát, že prostě jako se vypnou v podstatě. Že přes ně můžeš propadnout. Aha.
Dáš mi kladivo?
Na co? Jo. A já mám jenom koprový, to nezničí. Tak.
Knihy.
Knihy, ano.
Knihy jsou drahý, víš o tom?
Jo, tak jich tam je hodně dole.
Kolik ještě?
Jo, Vladě, hele, textu best, teď mu poušnou určitě už zabijám.
Bez statue.
Vladě,
Co?
why are you like this?
Please. For the memes. Kolik mám knih už? 18. Wait a minute.
Hey, fuck.
Ten skeleton je okolo toho chrámu dole.
No, já tě furt
Je tam
zabijám.
reach.
No, ono to je jako biom.
A já nemůžu se dostat. Jak
Aha, já
chtěl
jsem
tam tu
našel
bázi.
další pyramidu asi.
Fakt? Kde?
Jo. Ano, šikula. Ne, to je tak velký. Aha, tak ono to má jenom fakt tlustý zdi ok. Fucking golfer.
Breaking Bad in Avengers.
bohužel umřel.
Honza, koukal jsem na to
Co?
Honza, koukal jsem
Nebudu se koukat na Breaking Bad.
na TikToku, já ti posílám video, koukej se na to, tam je mýp, který se na mě kouká.
No, díky.
Omre. Umírám. No já, už je tady to.
To je dobře. Fuck. Fuck. Vláďo, dej enter a napiš lomeno dev. Umřel jsem už 5... Umřel jsem už 154krát. Party girl. Aha. To. Ano to.
Já jsem musel.
No je Blood Moon.
Excuse me? What?
Mohli bychom fightit bosse, ale to asi jenom hard mode. Kidding me, proč můžou otevírat dveře? Kde nechal naučit se, jak otevírat dveře. Jo, Vládě už nemá waifu módy.
No já.
Vládě už nemá waifu, ne. Ne. Death Missile. Ne. Ne. Dobrý. Mildo?
To je Blood Moon nebo co?
Jo, je Blood Moon.
Tyže?
Tak já si zkusíme Skeletrona bez Bust Statue, protože já už tam nechci v životě jít znovu.
A možná bez Blood Moonu?
To je dobrý nápad.
Dobře.
Můžeš? Tak to je dobře.
Dobře. Co je Grey zapínal, to je růstý.
No jsem tě hodil. To je
Kolik má?
zbraň, která nepoužívá,
55.
no a nepoužívá manu, protože máš ten...
No,
Blood nestřílí instantně.
Jak jako nestřílí instantně?
Tam ta... Keen, ale má hodně víc, dobře, hele. Nedá se jedna.
Meldo, ono to má náhodný efekty, jako třeba, že to najednou
Tady-
písuje nekonečno enemy,
Tady
nebo že
prostě
to...
jede pomalu cápek jeden.
No právě, anebo že si to zrychlí, nebo že si to zpomalí.
Umírám.
A nebo že to instakill nebo se.
What the
A nebo že to dá asi tak pět
Instakill nebo se.
No, ono je šance, že jako malá, akorát je šance, že to může dát tak, nevím, 5000 damage najednou.
Teď mi ještě dropnul něco, ne? Nebo ne?
Co?
Ne. Nic.
Proč nejedeš Minecraft, jedeš?
To je hustý.
No, Grey zapinator je fakt skvělej, proto jsem byl rád, když jsem viděl,
Beže!
že to bylo.
Tam by prostě odletěl ten zombík.
Ují. Koukej na tu minimapu.
Prostě.
Pustí už. Was free falling. Jameldo, taky jak když krytnu, tak dám 250 damage.
Je taky písková bouře.
Co kde v písku?
Ne, nevím. Ne, to asi sněží.
Jameldo, když fishuješ tady jako v Blood Moonu, tak máš šanci, že jsou nějaký nepřátelé a můžeme dostat dobrou stavku, ale už máme lepší. Jmenuje se Vampire Frog stav.
Hustý. Co jsem dělala,
Jsou to vampire žáby, já jdu za váma.
já jdu teď zpátky, no.
No, tak pojď tam, budem tam to přečkávat. Jameldo, tak jdem tam. Ok.
Ne, jo! Ne, takový kopsek by se skrapila to blbým ostrově.
A proč ty tam chceš?
No, já chci být jen proskoumanej, ale... Nevadí, tak příště.
Umírám.
Já jdu za Vláďou. Ne, Vláďo, nechcípej, já tam jdu už. Tam jdu už, Vláďo.
Proč?
Nechcípej. Protože abyste tam neumírali.
No,
Co?
slyšu.
Já chci domů.
Proč? Tam to je dům. Tak jo, ok, tak jedu taky domů. A za chvilku to končí aspoň. Už jenom 2 hodiny.
Teď si ty Hermes Boots zase. Kde se berou ty Hermes Boots?
Brzo máváš jeskyně.
Ok.
Oh. Oh, wait a minute.
So, waituju minute. Waituju, Vláďo. Čau.
Proč to?
A nebo to můžeš otevřít a proti uděláš.
Mám to!
No, jo, on byl malý.
Dík.
Teď nevidím.
Takhle pak to můžeš přečkat, že tam uděláš. Počkej, já mám rails.
to meleš?
Uvidíš. Můžeš to přečkat?
To je, že...
OK, očekej.
No, 42.
What?
5 euro, 5 euro, to můžu
Jak
taky
to
prodat.
fungovalo?
To už můžu prodat.
Jo, to už můžeš prodat.
Super.
To.
Ale teď to stojí extrémně málo, proč bys to prodával?
Proč
A
ne?
co
Je to
prodává?
63.
Abigail's Flower.
Aha.
A nebo umějí pí věc.
Glow stick, je.
Ježiš, jsem blbá.
Gun.
Gun?
Pistol.
Flintlock pistol, to už můžeš taky prodat.
Bow. Bow můžu prodat.
Jaký? Tak abych šeroval můj screen.
Proč?
Vláďo, koukni se na mě nahoru. Pojď se na mě kouknout.
To je.
Zapni si zvuky a pojď se na mě kouknout. Musíš tím druhým. A nebo to rovnou rozbij. Rovnou to rozbij. Všichni bledný. Heisenberg.
Co to je?
A teď jdu... Já jdu streamovat, jo? Koukni se, jak to vypadá, počkej.
Ty zvuky.
Koukni se, jak to vypadá u mě, jo? Koukni se, jak to vypadá u mě, jo? A jak můžeš takhle.
Wow,
To pak můžeš
já to
takhle
taky
přežít
dělám.
Blood Moon, strašně jednoduše.
A to dělá.
Ne, co?
Jak to děláš?
Počkej, Milda, já to udělám lepší. Můžu? Vše. Bude to lepší. Jo, tady to Vláďa co udělal. Koukej.
Vytáš?
Mě to prostě vyhodilo. Milda, mě to prostě vyhodilo.
Wow.
Byl jsem ilegální. Koukej, jo. Takhle, počkej Vláďo, zapni se PvP. A pak na mě počkej. Si musím dát jiný tým. Ať dotkni se mě. Doslova se mě jenom dotkni.
To není Honzo.
No.
Aha, tak ne, to musí být zmluven.
Vyskoč.
Počkej, až sem přijde nějaký mob, takhle pak můžeš dát, pak ještě, když se vykuje, Mildo, koukej, na obou stranách, to spinkuju na obou stranách, koukej. Takhle uděláme už skeletrona. A může je takhle normálně střílet.
Jo.
Jsem vyletěl. Jdeme to udělat u skeletrona, pojď. Mildo,
Hammer nebo co?
Myslíš, že se úplně zasekne kvůli tomu?
no ne, tak
No.
dostane strašně moc damage a pak ještě když to swinguješ, tak
No, jistý.
no. Počkej, to chci vyzkoušet. Jak rychle můžeš zabít takhle. Ne, zkusíme worm. Zkusíme velkýho worma. Eater of Worlds.
Tam to oko.
Jaký oko? Ne, ajovka full, ne.
Why not?
Au. A nebo jo, ajovka
Když jsem tebou po Honzi.
Já vím, ten je nejlepší. Today I wanted to eat a so I went to a place that sells Počkej, Mildo, uděláme to úplně všichni tady to, extrémně rychle.
Wow.
Tady to uděláme všichni úplně. Koukej, to prostě swinguješ na obou stranách.
To je za věc.
Když něco nevím, co to vybrali, tak asi
To vyhodil. Prostě ohodle najednou. Mě to vyhazuje. Asi nemůžou být dva na stejném.
no.
Dobře. Já držím Dčko.
No právě, takhle to funguje, že držíš
Celou
jedno.
dobu.
No, tak jdeme na to. Jdeme na Eater of Worlds. Ježiš, ještě s nejrychlejším minecartem ve hře.
Wow, počkej, to je boost, ne?
Platinum, na tom ostrovu je platinum.
A hezký. Ale byl to. Kdyby to ignorovalo invincibility frames, takhle bys jako mohla za vteřinu zabít bose.
Vlastně.
A proč tak jo?
Ha.
Tak jdeme zkusit toho Eater of Worlds, velkýho červa.
Aaron Jogurt. Ale já
No.
jsem nevypil ani tady ty věci.
Červa, Ladil, už vyskoč. Už jsem moc daleko. Už jsem moc daleko, Vládil.
Co?
Už jsem moc daleko. Vidíš, kde je ta aréna na něj?
Aha.
Já jsem na té aréně. Vládil.
Well,
My děláme Eater of Worlds, my neděláme Skeletrona.
well, já si beru peníze.
Mildo, pojď sem. Jdeme zabít. Chci vyzkoušet, jestli to ignoruje invincibility frames. Ale tak všechno ostatní jsem si jistý, že prostě nic na ně chcípne. A ne, mě to vyhodilo. Tak já si potřebuješ 3 možná.
Počkej, ona to tady, ne?
Jo, ono mě to vyhodilo. Asi potřebuješ 3 fakt. Je to trošku pomalejší, ale aspoň je to funkční.
Nevím, to neexistuje najednou ten gold coin.
Ale
Tak
Tady byl
prostě.
to nejdobude v Overwatchi.
ne,
Honzo.
kde jsou ty?
Dobrý, tak teď jenom,
byl to nejdobude v Overwatchi.
jo, teď jenom čekám na nějakýho Eater of Worlds. Já jdu zničit ty Calming Candle. Šikovnej, Vláďa. Peace Candle. A jdu prostě tohle. Meldo, pojď se mnou.
Jo, čekej to.
Ježíš, au, moje oči.
Já potřebuji. A to zmizelo.
Aha.
Nevadí tedy.
Počkej, já to zkusím udělat, jestli to fakt nefunguje.
Aha,
Počkej, jeď.
vybouchnu. Čau,
Ne, to vybouchlo, protože jsem do toho já flápl.
nevím.
Počkej, čekej na mě, já chci, aby šel na mě. Tak ne.
Aha, lol.
Počkej, koukni se pak, jak daleko odletí. A můžeš prostě, koukej, to se na obou stranách
Něco
mlatil.
říkat.
Počkej, tak neutoč a jenom
Počkáme na nějakýho.
Honzo, podívej se na ten dialog.
Ne, můj problém skvělý.
Eternal best.
Eternal Myth.
Jsou nějaký blbý věci. Protože se přespěli spawnou, oni jsou všichni tady dole.
Jo? A můj bože, mě to vyhodí. A vidím.
Běž tam zpátky, já už je sem navádím.
Jo, už se jdu
Honzo.
zrychlovat hodně. Takhle můžeme být všichni 3. Prostě u toho skeletrona.
Ježiš, můžou být úplně, přestat být úplně hrozně blbý.
A tak Mildo, ty ho ale hitneš a on nehitne tebe asi.
Tak já už tam jdou.
Jo. Jo, už jdou. Prostě grinder úplně plnej. Mám červa, jdeme to zkusit na bose.
Ježiš, to je
A pak počkej, a pak můžeš si tohle. Koukej.
jsem ještě jednou.
Ne, buď u mě.
Ne, chci svoje.
Honza summonuje Moonlorda.
Aha, Milda, počkej, tak hoď mi prase, já to mám v tom. Hoď prase.
Okay.
On za samé
A tak
Moonlorda.
jednu minecart strike.
Proč to by
Vládě, nemáš u sebe minecart?
Co?
Minecraft
Jo,
track,
my to
ne?
třeba vás, no.
Minecraft track, jo, pár.
Jo. Počkej, dáš mi jednu. Hoď mi jednu.
Zabij to,
Už
zabij
mi
to,
to tam
zabij to,
nejednou
zabij to,
dali.
zabij to,
Ladě, hoď mi
zabij to.
jednu. Hoď mi jednu, Ladě. Díky, počkej, můžu prostě.
Ježiš, to tady blbě.
Dobrý, čekej, Melda. Já mám nápad. Kša, vypadně to tam tuď. Kša, tam tuď. Kša. A tak ne, tak si to tam ne.
Ne,
Ne, počkej, Kša, se to zkazil. Vraťte mi to. Počkej, a teď prostě.
Aha.
Prostě vypadne. A pak prostě. Tě to vyhodí, škoda. Tě to vyhodí.
Ježiš, to
Počkej,
bude
tě
třeba
to nevyhazuje.
Když tam půjdeš
Ne.
3,
A počkej, já si jdu dělat vlastní, jestli to nevyhazuje.
Ježiši,
Ježiš,
ne obrazovka.
to je skvělá věc.
on se udějí pro všechny.
Ježiš, co se to děje? Hele, koukejte
Já
se.
nemám kladivo, Honzo.
Ne, proč se to zničilo? Koukejte se.
Ne, Melda, mě to vyhazuje furt. Já
Koukej,
potřebuji
koukej.
minimálně 3. No a proč ti to nevyhazuje, ale?
Já nevím. To je skvělý. Na mě to neníčte, takhle to skvělý.
Vládě,
Já to
každý bude mít svoje. Tak Melda prostě instakill, ne? Tak je
Že?
to má.
Je tam úplně...
Ježíš, to nás prostě nic nezabije teď. Bum, bum.
Jo, stoly.
No tak ale ten boss má víc životů než 200. Počkej, Mildo, ohnivý ještě.
No. Takhle, piu, piu.
Ale ten není po stolu, už ano.
Jesus, ty máš prostě after images tady.
Ale ty jsi to ještě neviděl, Honzo.
Oh můj bože. OK,
Honzo.
já jsem prostě na... mám samonout?
No možná,
Jo,
kdybych
a-
mi dal to kladivo.
Čekej,
On mě střílí se věc a ono to na mě nemůže, ty věci, jo, zelený.
Oh, koukej na to, jak je zapalovaný. Wow, ježíš. Vládě, ježíš taky, jo, já ti dám...
Mám sekeru.
Oh fuck,
Ale já můžu
Láďa,
jít k tomu
počkej.
meditovat.
pojď sem, máš to tu.
Můžeme to být.
A já si ho můžu, ale...
Co se děje?
Jo, jak sípl.
Lol, sklišu.
No,
Tak on jako dobrá strategie.
mám pistol.
Milda, vidíš, co to pak dělá? Kdykoliv
Oh,
když
Demoniko!
se projde, tak může. No, tak dostaneme
To mě zabilo!
Oh wow.
Wild spit. Škoda.
Tady to mě vůbec nešlo a najednou prostě bum.
No, protože to šlo ze spoda.
To mám úřálo už.
Tak to asi na skeletrona úplně nebude fungovat.
Mhm.
Ale funguje to na AFK věci. Když chceš někde avkovat, tak to 100% funguje. No ale to tě fakt ani nic v hard modu ani nezabije.
No.
Ještě když máš Chlorofight Armor, Sporsec a miniony, tak to si fakt prostě nic tě nezabije. Tak ho zkusíme zabít normálně?
Mhm.
No, dodej
Tak
si
vám
na
nebudem
zubek,
zabíjet nějakýma
Mhm.
extrémníma způsobama, ach jo. Ale proti nějakému bossovi jako Eye of Cthulhu, který má málo životů, nebo Slime King, by to podle mě fungovalo. Nebo nějaký bossové, který dostávají knockback. Proti těm by to určitě fungovalo.
Můžeš?
A oni asi nikdo nedostává knockback, ale...
No, já jsem to už přeběhl.
Nice.
No. Tak já budu mít goldy, tak Nevelde už tam je.
Moje goldy. 3, 2, 1, teď.
No.
Good morning. Tak počkej, jdeme aspoň, ať
Morning.
neumíráme tady.
Na sedíček.
After images.
No ale nemáš doslova after images. No, rybduch. Prostě fucking after images. Počkej, jdeme všichni na jeden.
Tak jo.
Tak teď ho samotném.
Tak jo, pojď.
Počkej, máte nějakou milý zbraň, která je
Ne,
meč?
mám krumpáč.
No, tohle.
Počkej, mě něco zajímá, Meldo, dej prase, dej prase.
Je tady někde prase.
Teď mě něco zajímá, já jdu vyzkoušet všechny 3 meče, co mám.
Zajímavý. A Demon je to.
Mám jeden.
Ne, tohle to věc, to je jistý, co?
Tak ten efekt je jenom na jedno, škoda.
Dobrý, jedem, spavnuju.
Čekej. Já jdu zkusit, jestli to fakt nejde z... Jestli mě to vyhodí teď. Vyhodí mě to? Mě to nevyhodilo! No, mě to nevyhodilo.
Mě jsem úplně pomalila.
Tak jo, jdem na něj. Se jdu bránit tímhle s tím. Jesus! Ok, já dávám
já jsem
damage
to.
tím mečem. Ten zapinejte prostě. Já dávám tak strašně velký damage tím mečem. Představ si to s nějakým endgame mečem úplně.
Já mám hrozně moc buffů, než...
Au. To bolelo bosy.
ne.
Umře teďka.
Ne, nemáš
Teď.
tak málo životů.
Za chvíli.
Teď.
3, 2, 1, bum.
Já to mám rozmazaný úplně.
Skoro jsem měl timing.
To mám úplně rozmazaný, ale. Jsem to měl rozmazaný
Skoro
úplně.
jsem měl timing.
2 goldy.
Já taky 2
Jdu
goldy.
tam.
Ne.
Nejde na tebe? Nejde na tebe, Vláďo. On se nedespavnul. Co? A co umírá?
Dobírá.
Dobrý, já jsem ho
O.
zabil úplně naplno.
Je mrtvé, jippí.
Jo.
Jo, zabili jsme ho aspoň jednou. Ježiš, ale ten meč. Pak představ si to s nějakým endgame mečem. To tě nemůže pak nic zabít. Ještě s nějakým efektem, jako Star Fury. A nebo Terrablade.
Ježiš, ne, Vládě to všechno sežral.
No, to zežrou.
Kámo, dole.
No, moje 2 goldy.
5
Co
goldů.
budu dělat? Moje 2 goldy, on teď stejně umře. Vláďo, proč máš chleba?
Zabijeme ho, Vládě, zapni si ho, pevepečku.
Já zapně... Ne, to nedropuje nic, pak. Ježiš, Vláďa tady. Počkej, já mám nápad. Ano, bong. Zde jdu pozbírat minecart
Tak
track.
mám 5. Jo, já jsem tak bohatý.
Vyhodí mě to?
59. No, dám ti bronz.
After images. To je perfektní, si myslím. Já ještě takhle ten meč.
Já lítám.
Ale
To ještě můžu použít, aby to mělo ten hezký efekt.
Nebyl to
symetrický.
Jo.
Ne, bohužel. Musí to být něco, co swinguješ takhle.
Krumpáč.
Krumpáč.
Jo, třeba. Ale koukej, funguje to.
Ty odletěl.
1 damage nám dal, cože?
Tobě.
Tady dole, když útočí dole z dole. Ale ne, On Skeletron
To je-
točí jenom ze zhora. Skeletron točí jenom ze zhora, to bychom mohli přežít.
Ježiši, já mám úplně rozmazanou obrazovku.
No.
Sadík, já ti to ukážu. Ne, ty to
Pojď,
zničil.
pojď.
Honzo.
Ne, to, ale to už se mi nepovedí, jsi strašný.
Wow! Dímona!
Počkej, můžu prostě...
Dímon,
Funguje to furt.
dímon!
Ježiš.
Když se prostě klapá obrazovka, mě se tě ani nebehejbe.
426!
Honzo,
Mě se to ani nehejbe.
Honzo, koukej.
A koukej na ty moje party
No, tak
kolem
okej.
ty. To je pade. Ty jdeš tak rychle. Mildo, já jsem mu dal 2x damage.
Ne, protože to zpomalilo. Já protože
Já se
to
to-
nemám.
Já už tam taky prostě to skoro vidím. Skoro vidím taky jenom jednou. Tak jo, co mám za boss summoning views? Jdeme Skeletrona, už je noc.
Počkej na mladový.
Proč ty takhle upkovat jdem? Peníze. Co?
Jo.
Ancient Shadow Scale Mail. Jasně 25, what the fuck. To dává víc damage než můj meč. Hladě, proč máš divný resource pack, který to dělá, že to nevypadá jako, že swingují na obě strany. Swing. No to taky to vypadá u tebe, jako že prostě takhle mávám těma mečema.
Jo, to je skvělý.
Vládě ne, protože má divný
Vládě má
resource pack.
pink.
No, a jaký divný resource pack. Jdeme na Skeletrona. A nebo ne.
Co jsi za prase?
Made in heaven. To se jdu
No to
nezabije.
nemá být těma mečema, takhle
To- Proč to dává víc damage než moje meče? Proč to dává víc damage? Máme už prý spát? Aha, ona je 1 ráno. Krista. Proč? Já už vykrvácí. Jdeme na Skeletrona. Kdo zpomaluje? Ne, oni vypnou internet. Tak se zabijeme Skeletrona zítra. Milda, tak jdem spát, když vypnou internet.
Více je mezi spolu.
Ale bylo to.
Chodí znovu, vyšicha.
Takhle můžeš farmit peníze, když si uděláš prostě layer farmu, jako máš tam. A tak se spawne strašně moc věcí.
Já nechci, že to nebudu.
Tak jo, dobrou.
Dobrá.
Ale je to skvělý
Zítra
kluč,
se
co
zavřeme.
našel.
A za fasmofobie.
Ani ne.
Co to? Co? Počkejte, nehraju fasmofobii. Nehraju fasmofobii. To instantně vypnu počítač, nebo co se stalo? Okay.
We are back in the back room. We now have 47 levels in the back room. Today we're gonna build a couple more. If you don't know what the back rooms are, you know you gotta go watch my old videos. They explain everything there. Last time I challenged you guys to get 20,000 likes, and you guys killed that goal. So today I'm gonna challenge you guys to get 25,000 likes to continue making the back rooms. Don't forget to like. Let's fix some glitches. Now, I know I said I would never come back to the cave level, but I was sent this video of a hole that's right next to the exit. I mean, guys, I can't believe it's so easy to get out of this level right away. I'm about ready to delete this whole level. Okay, let's see. We jump up here and then we crouch through. Oh my gosh. No! How did I not know this until now? Well, that's an easy enough fix. We're just gonna put a little rock right there. Glitch fixed! Okay, this next one's not really a glitch. Well, this level right here is just becoming a pain. This is the one with my, like, writhing folks. It just doesn't work. Like, let me show you here. So I'm gonna go up in my elevator from the previous level. And then, okay, look, here I am. There's nothing to be seen. I mean, I can run on this and not even one person showed up. Oh, wait, look at this. Hey, there's the only ones that showed up. The moral of this story, I think, is don't base levels off of, I don't know, seeming glitches. So here's what we're gonna do, because I need the memory. We're just gonna remove the people from this. Makes me so sad. But even without the people, I still think it's a really cool level. It's just this endless bridge. Some have been complaining that it's too hard to, like, escape. Like, you can't really figure out how to get out of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little marker where the teleporters are. So when you find the red marker, that's how you know you've reached the point where you need to kind of like go back and forth over the teleporters like this. And then once you've kind of finagled it a little bit, you can reach the end of the bridge where you can find the button and then you can go on to the next level. Speaking of the next level, I was reading through the YouTube comments and Cohen here had a great suggestion to make it that when you run through the last room, the door locks behind you. So that when you get to the last room here, you can't just easily come back and compare, okay, what's the one thing that's different in here and here? You kind of have to pay attention to what's being added. Great suggestion. I'm putting it in. Okay, let's test it out here so we can go through the door and then as soon as we come through, it shuts and then, oh no, it's locked. You can't go back. So you have to find what's different. But then even when you do, this still stays locked. You can just go on to the next level. Oh man, guys, I love this level. It's so crazy. Okay, now it's time to update level 0. And the first thing I'm going to do is take out our dancing guys. They were celebrating the New Year's. The guys, the New Year's is long over and this takes up a lot of memory. So they're, the dancing days are over here. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I kind of hate deleting things in the current state of creative, especially when there's a lot of pieces on it, because you accidentally delete stuff in the background like this. There's no way to undo it. Why don't we have an undo button? Ah! Oh shit, deleting things crashes your game. Why? Oh, creative mode. Okay, that's finally gone and I didn't crash again. Yes! Okay, so now I love this idea of things coming out of the real world and getting stuck in the back rooms. We've got a number of rusty things in the old lake house gallery, kind of like this rusty metal mailbox. I feel like it'd be fun to just have this somewhere where it's just kind of mysterious. Maybe we got some like old trash around it to make it look like a bunch of stuff warped in. I mean, I can't do much right now other than just add little things like this to level 0. Once again, we got memory issues, but this is also right next to the exit, the original exit that is. So if you find the mailbox, you found the original exit. All right, another thing I want to do before I add any levels, and this is a highly requested feature, is start changing some of the original levels a little bit. So like already in the pool rooms, I'm adding more walkways, which a lot of people commented when I first originally made this, that the pool rooms are supposed to have more walkways and less swimming, and I don't necessarily disagree with that. I just didn't make it like that at the time. So I'm gonna add a few more walkways into this. I do want to add some over here in this room. I remember watching Typical Gamer play this room where he got out here and he was so confused that this was an exit, or it was Cypher PK. I can't remember which one. They thought this was an exit, but it was nothing, and they felt like they were so trolled. And it kind of was a troll. Now we're gonna have a little walkway in here with this little tiny space to swim in between. It just kind of feels, I don't know, like a little bit more creepy. But this room originally leads from the train to nowhere in level 0. So now what I'm gonna do is just have an extra room where you can go through the door again, and then you can warp back to this room, which comes back to level 0. Now the train might not be here though, so you're just gonna have to run back to get wherever you want to go, but I feel like that's kind of a fun little transition. Okay, let's test this out. We go up here, go through the extra door now, and then, oh, okay, there we are. We just transported back over into level 0. Oh yeah, and I forgot. I made a little device that makes the train come back to you. But let's go back to the pool rooms here, and it's I mean, I wouldn't say it's seamless is probably a strong word, but because of the load times, it's a little bit jumpy. But now they are actually connected together. You can go back to level 0 once you get here. That's pretty cool. Okay, one other major change I want to make. I want to add windows. And actually, I love the reflection it adds in here. I feel like it makes it even more creepy. Oh yeah, look at this room now. That's actually awesome. I love the reflections off the water. All right, so I think that's good for the pool rooms. Let me know in the comments if there's any other updates you think I need to make to other levels, or if there's levels I need to take out. Let me know in the comments. All right, so people have been begging me for like a hub in the Backrooms 2 map, and also I'm adding a saving to the Backrooms 2 map. So as you hit checkpoints, you'll appear back there in the future if you want. I'm also going to be adding more checkpoints to the Backrooms 2 so that you don't go as far back in the levels as you have been going. This should make it easier to come back and play in the future. Now for the hub, instead of making a brand new level, I'm just gonna update the museum here and add buttons to each of these so that you can travel to them when you want. Okay, so I've updated this quite a bit. You'll notice on this side of the museum it starts to get a little cluttered just because there's a lot more levels that I had to add. But in front of each of the pedestals it says travel gate open, or if you come over here you'll see it says travel gate closed because it's on a different map. But this is what it looks like when the game started. You can kind of see, oh, I want to travel here, I want to travel there. Kind of pick your poison. You can even go to the last level I built, which is this one. You can go wherever you want. Now it's a lot easier to travel around Backrooms 2. All right, let's make some levels. Now I have to be really careful with devices on this because I just don't have a lot of device memory left, but I can use a VFX spawner. And there's a really cool level 4, the abandoned office, where basically it's just this empty office building with a bunch of weather on the outside. But throughout the level there's different seasons. There's like a spring season with the different colored clouds. There's a summer season that has like lightning, autumn, and even winter. I thought this was a really cool concept, so I'm gonna build out an office. Okay, so here's the finalized level. Pretty boring, empty office as it's supposed to be, but the really cool thing about this is that when you look outside, you can see different weather. So this is like spring, just normal rain. Down here is autumn, which has like purpley clouds in it. On the other side of the building, it's really dark, ominous clouds with lightning in it, which is more of like a summer feel. And then over on this side, there's snow for winter. Another defining thing of this level is that there's actually no lights in it. Where there should be light, there's black space. How do you escape? You gotta find the one black space that lets you jump up into it and it warps out to the next level. Okay, next I'm doing level 176, which is an infinite grocery store. Now I want to make this so there's really only one aisle you can go down. But what I'm actually gonna do is make a really long barrier that you can't get out of. I still want to build like a grocery store that surrounds this barrier, but you won't be able to like get up and then like leave. So really what I gotta do here is just build a number of aisles and then I can just copy and paste it a bunch of times. All right, so I've got like a little template here. Just gotta copy it a whole bunch of times, and pray creative can handle this many copies at this point. I don't know how much more this actual map can handle. Okay, this is all I can squeeze out of the memory. You'll notice on my mini map that this space right here has 100,000 memory. I don't know why it's so high right here, but that means I can't place anything else over here. But this is how it turned out, and I feel like it looks so cool. I mean, you can get up here and look around, and there's just nothing, and you just keep running and running and running. How do you get out? Honestly, you just keep running, guys. Eventually, you're gonna hit something that takes you from this room to the end. So there you have it. Here's the code to the map. Have fun.
Hello, Mr. Maphead, sir. I'd like to be a theorist.
No offense, kid, but lots of people want to be theorists. What do you bring to the table?
Well, I have an allergy.
An allergy? How's that help?
It's an allergy to wrong theories.
Really? Bruce Willis's character was alive in The Sixth Sense.
Achoo!
Belle was actually the beast all along, and the prince was the beauty.
Achoo!
Sans is Ness. Ha! Internet, welcome to Style Theory, the show that's not afraid to ask the big questions, like what type of stitch is used on thing? Fun fact, by the way, there's actually more than one. Up there at the top of the hand, you can actually see that they were using a simple interrupted stitch, where each suture is tied off independently from the other, whereas the other stitching that you see on the hand appears to be a classic simple running suture. Both of them are using a non-absorbable synthetic suture, probably made of nylon, lest fan favorite The Thing starts to fall apart at the seams when his sutures disintegrate. Oh, I'm sorry. sorry. You thought that we'd only cover clothing stitching on this channel? Oh, ye of little faith. Sometimes you just need to think outside of the box. Speaking of outsiders, Netflix decided to remind the world of the creepy, kooky, mysterious, and spooky Addams Family with their new show focused on the titular character Wednesday. In the show, we follow Wednesday as she's forced to attend a new school, her parents' alma mater, Nevermore Academy. It's there that Wednesday's informed that she's expected to adhere to their school's uniform policy. Well, there's certainly a lot to talk about when it comes to style on this particular show. It's really good, actually. There was one exchange in particular that caught my attention.
Please excuse Wednesday. She's allergic to color.
What happens to you? I break out into hives and then the flesh peels off my bones.
Yikes, that would be an intense allergy. Now, obviously, this was meant to be a snarky joke, and later on in the series, we even see Wednesday interacting with color without melting like the bad guy in an Indiana Jones movie. But it did make me wonder, can you actually be allergic to color? Is there any way that this could be a real thing, or is this just another mystery from the dark mind of Wednesday Addams?
I was just working on my novel.
I'm sure this burning question's been keeping you awake at night, just like it did to me, so thank goodness we have ourselves a style channel now so we can answer it. Let's go, my fashionistas! Now, for those of you who are less familiar with Wednesday and her unique family, here's the rundown to catch you up. The Addams Family started as a cartoon for The New Yorker in 1938, back before dressing like a Hot Topic employee was considered a normal aesthetic for a 14-year-old. The Addams Family were built from the ground up to basically be the antithesis of the everyday American family at the time. While Americans in the 40s were contributing to the war effort and heading for the white picket fences of the suburbs, the Addams Family lived in a massive old dark house surrounded by a graveyard and perpetually dead trees. They found joy in the macabre and beauty in the weird, without caring what the outside world thought about them. Over the years, there have been various adaptations and interpretations of the family, and especially of Wednesday herself. In the 1964 live-action TV series, Wednesday was the younger sibling. In a different animated series, she's depicted as wearing pink and blue dresses instead of black. The colorless, more gothic style that we associate with Wednesday today was mostly originated by the 1991 and 93 movie classics, The Addams Family and Addams Family Values, which starred Christina Ricci as a torture-loving, deadpan Wednesday. This iconic depiction of the character led the way to the current color-intolerant version of Wednesday that we know today. But while being allergic to color might be on brand for her, is there any scientific basis to anything that she's saying? In the show, Wednesday says that she gets hives and, the flesh peels off her bones, which sounds more like a strong acid than an allergy, but I think we can safely say skin irritation is big on her list. And interestingly, when it comes to allergies in general, she might not be that far off the mark. By way of a little background, an allergic response is one where your body's own immune system interprets something not harmful as actually being harmful. A little dust, some pollen, not things that really harm your body, but when you're allergic, your immune system sees those substances as germs instead of normal materials, and it sends out the big guns, your antibodies. Your antibodies trigger all kinds of allergic and inflammation responses, basically creating a big deal out of something that should be totally fine until it's gone. The more your body doesn't like whatever it is that you're allergic to, the stronger your reaction's gonna be. It can be as mild as your eyes turning red due to dust, to something more extreme like full-on anaphylactic shock from coming into contact with peanuts. So how then can color cause the kind of allergic reaction that Wednesday describes? Well, to understand that, we need to look a little bit closer at the nature of color itself, because it's not all created equally. In the strictest sense, color is just light. When you see a rainbow out in the sky, you're seeing regular old light that's been broken across the entire spectrum. So we know that all of those colors are in there, they're just hidden in there. Or to put it more accurately, the colors in light have just been jumbled all together, and the mix that we see in the daytime is a mashup of all of them, which comes to our eyes as plain white light. White light, or just regular daylight, is a wave, a little squiggly line that goes up and down and hits our eyeballs all over the place. But look closer at the regular waves of visible light and you'll actually see that they're not all the same. Some of them have higher wavelengths and some of them have lower wavelengths. If your wavelengths get higher, that's where the waves are all stretched out and loosey-goosey and the light turns red. Lower wavelength light is where the waves are all getting scrunched up and tight looking and the light turns blue and purple. All the other colors fall somewhere in the middle. When a specific wavelength hits our eye, our brain knows to interpret it as a color. So how then do we get different wavelengths hitting our eyes? Well, almost every object absorbs some wavelengths of light and bounces back others. It's the ones that bounce and ultimately hit our eyes that produce color. Take for instance that blue in our brand new Style Theory logo. Isn't it beautiful? Doesn't it make you want to hit the subscribe button so you can see it again and again and again? What was I saying? Oh yeah, our logo looks blue because it's mostly reflecting blue light into our eyes and absorbing all other colors. colors. Leaves on trees, they absorb a whole bunch of light wavelengths, but not green. You get the idea. The color you see is basically the color that gets rejected from whatever you're looking at. When we see black, what we're really seeing is an object that's absorbing all the wavelengths of light, just sucking them all up in there until there's nothing left. When there are no wavelengths of light bouncing off an object, we don't get any waves entering our eyes, so our object looks like it has no color, black. And that idea right there should strike you as a little odd considering the topic for today's episode. Black clothing is absorbing all the colors of light. So technically by wearing black, Wednesday is wearing every color. Right off the bat, this seems to be contradicting the idea that she's allergic to color. Her all-black clothing literally absorbs all colors of light in the spectrum. If she were allergic to color, what she should really be wearing is white, a color that reflects all the wavelengths of visible light so it bounces off of her. But not only is she doing it wrong, so's the school. Her black-dominated wardrobe and the special uniform provided to her by the school for her condition are actually the single worst thing to give a person with color allergy. They're nothing but color, and that color is coming into direct contact with the allergic person's skin. Talk about a red flag. It's like taking someone allergic to bees and then making them join the beekeeping club without a protective suit.
The hive life isn't for everyone.
Okay, I hear you saying there's more to color than just light, especially when it comes to clothing. So maybe we just try a different approach. Most fabric doesn't magically come off a loom in all the colors of the rainbow. As most of us know, for clothes that have color, they first need to be dyed. And dyes open up a whole new closet of issues when we're talking about allergies. Textile dye dermatitis, which is the sciencey way of saying clothing dye makes skin hurt, is more common than people think, and mostly that's just due to lack of awareness. When a piece of clothing makes you itch, we usually assume that it's just the texture of the fabric being used that's making you itchy. I know that I've never assumed that it was the fabric dyes, but very often that's the case. This happens when the water-soluble color dyes are separated from the fabric by sweating in your clothes. This causes the dyes to bleed out onto your skin, causing symptoms like dermatitis or inflammation of the skin. You might be thinking, that's easy. I'll just wear black or white, and again, we need to reframe how we think about black and white as being without color. Let's just start with the most relevant color of black. Black isn't really a color that you can make a dye of, and most of the dyes that make black clothing are actually secretly a very dark blue, purple, or green. Dispersed blue 106 and 124, two dark blue dyes that are often used in making black linens, have some of the highest case rates of allergic reactions out there. So unlike our last case, this one actually gets Wednesday on two accounts. Not only is the black in her clothes not actually black, it's probably blue or green, she's also soaking in color every time she wears it, just marinating in color. So then, what about white? Well, most white fabric bases, like cotton, actually start off as a beige, and then they're heavily bleached to make them whiter before they're made into consumer goods. And bleach, just like fabric dye, is known to cause problems to people with sensitive skin, including contact dermatitis. This means that Wednesday, who throughout the show we see wearing black and white with zero issue, is not suffering from having skin-to-skin contact with colored dyes or even chemically treated white fabric. Everything we know about allergies, clothing, and how the two come together tells us that Wednesday is just lying so she can keep up the serial killer next door vibes while she goes to math class. So I guess we can now close the case on the mysterious color allergy. Unless, of course, there's another way to be allergic to color, but not necessarily because of your clothes. Most of our discussion so far has been based on the idea that color is light, and we talked about the idea of being allergic to different wavelengths of light individually, the ones that make the individual colors. But can you be allergic to light itself? Well, it turns out the answer is a resounding yes. But that still won't clear Wednesday's name in this case. Let me show you what I mean. You see, light is not just a wave of pretty colors, it's also waves of radiation. And like other types of radiation, it comes with its own set of dangers. You've probably put on sunscreen before, right? Sunscreen helps protect us from a type of light, UV or ultraviolet light, which also goes by its formal name, ultraviolet radiation. UV exposure can cause all types of different health risks. Sunburn, sun damage, like wrinkles or changing of skin texture, as well as more serious problems like skin cancer. It can even burn your eyes, which is why everyone always tells you not to stare into the sun. You hear that, Taylor Swift? Stop singing about staring into the sun. Go put back on your extremely expensive sunglasses. But yeah, okay, not rocket science that the sun can hurt your skin, but what does this have to do with allergies? Well, it turns out that you can actually be allergic to the sun. A sun allergy, which is actually a broad term covering several types of conditions, can be hereditary, meaning that you inherit it from your parents, or it can just be triggered by other stimulus like medication. Whatever the condition, the reaction is usually the same, an itchy rash that forms on the skin after exposure to UV radiation. This rash can range from flushed skin and tiny bumps to full-on, wouldn't you know it, hives and blisters that could cause your skin to peel. Exactly like how Wednesday described her reaction to color.
I break out into hives and then the flesh peels off my bones.
Is this what Wednesday means when she says that she's allergic to color? Where she's actually allergic to the combined colors of light? Well, yes, this is actually the most plausible solution in the show. Take a look at what she wears throughout the series and we suddenly see a common theme: coverage. And Wednesday's not being modest here. We're just talking about a full-on protective coating of clothing. From the long sleeves and jackets to the pants and long skirts, turtlenecks and boots, Wednesday is covered from head to toe. Plus, dark clothing protects better against UV light than, say, the pastels of her roommates. While this can certainly be attributed to simply a style preference, it does fall in line with the precautions that someone with a major sun allergy could need to take, at least theoretically. If we look at the real-world cases of UV light allergies, we can see that the show has taken a number of creative liberties here. Real cases of UV allergy are actually extremely difficult to...
I am the Depual, and this is your daily dose of Minecraft. If you enjoy the series, please consider subscribing, because every subscription really does go a long way. Thank you so much. For our first clip, a player by the name of Regevi is working on adding this enchanting table animation for his resource pack. The pack is called Reimagined and can be found on CurseForge if you want to check it out for yourself. The animation looks absolutely incredible, and I'm definitely going to get this resource pack. It looks so cool. Using the snapshots from the Trails and Tales update, Dunban has figured out how to make a multi-sided block.
If I change their animations to shrink, we could make a multi-sided block that people have wanted in Minecraft for a very long time. You can literally do any type of block you want.
Fire Hornet was just playing survival and then got the scare of his life. I didn't know either, but apparently baby zombies can ride cats. I mean, who knew this? I don't know why, but watching this back is just making me laugh. Seeing a baby zombie on a cat just looks funny to me. Am I the only one? Oh wait, so you can actually craft elytras? Who knew? Maybe phantoms aren't so bad after all. This is obviously fake, just in case there's anyone new watching this. But yeah, this is a data pack that adds in functionality that lets you craft your own elytra. It's a pretty cool concept.
While fighting a boss, the devices will show the boss's health in real time in purple. Killing a boss triggers a green and yellow XP explosion effect. Using an enchanting table triggers a blue background with an animation of a book that opens and closes.
Just in time.
Hello mates, it's Baron from Warfrog here, and I want to make a little bait and sorcery video to show you guys the U12 mod manager. We are very close to releasing, and we put a ton of work and a ton of effort into this mod manager, but because it's such a huge deal, we just wanted to make sure we didn't miss anything, that the mod manager is good, and we didn't like overlook anything. It's a little bit like if you do the best college essay of your life and it's great, you submit it, and then you realise, forgot the date. So that's the vibe, and we just want to give you a little look so we can get some last second feedback and just make sure we didn't miss something catastrophic. And if we did, don't worry, we can always fix.
When will you start streaming on an audio website?
I can confidently say I will never be doing that.
It releases on the 1st. It's gonna be crazy.
Wait, Finster's making an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, dude, what?
What the
Oh my god!
Oh boy!
I'm punching my desk.
Are you sure about that?
Jesus.
This next one, I'm not wearing panties. Yeah, I decided about a week ago I wanted to show my friends my pussy. I think they liked it. Turns out other people did too, because in the first 48 hours of launching, my battle pass hit the top 0.02% of all OF creators. It only goes down to 0.1%, man. 48 hours! Here's what my friends thought of some of my spicy photos. Hey chat, here's what I'm gonna do. I want to show Cotton something.
Show and tell? You're gonna show me? Oh my god, you're so excited.
I've been losing some weight. I've been taking some cool photos.
Yeah.
I would like to know what your reaction is to these photos.
I'm streaming right now, like, you know that, right? Like, I know.
Turn on that camera, Buster, and let me show you my ass.
Is it actually gonna be some ass?
Yeah. So, I've got... Stop! It's done. I've got like 5 things. And they're like tame-ish, besides like one of them. I'm easing you in.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Holy crap!
Oh, that is saucy. That's pretty good. That is some grade A material, but that would.
I can see it. Oh, I can see everything.
You zooming in.
I have to zoom in to see how big it is.
Hey,
This is what you wouldn't want anybody to see, you know?
No, I actually need the tissues for this.
That's not.
Why do you have a banana? Are you gonna eat that?
What the
It's a banana, that. It's just okay.
Well, yeah, I didn't think a yellow f***ing dick is just gonna be flying.
I have to make sure.
I'm looking at the background. Is that a tail?
Anyway, next photo.
And is that a?
Next photo's coming in, man. Here's
Clean
a
your
slightly...
fucking room! You're
Dude!
a goblin! Look at that! When was the last time you took a dice into that fucking floor, dude? You're sucking something else. You're too busy, obviously.
Okay, this next one's going in. Let's not worry about what's in my background. I think that's barely a concern. Don't react like that.
Hey, yo, nah. How much tissue do I need for this one? Where you been hiding all that?
I know, right? It's just below the desk the entire time. No one knows.
Bro, what the? This dude's he's peached up on a Tuesday.
Are you wearing panties?
Yeah, what? Yeah, man. I mean, yeah.
Are those comfortable?
Well, they're kinda, yeah. You should try them.
Trying that? No.
Why not? Alright, this one's more overt. Okay. More I don't know what you call it.
The epic battle between Saitama and Tatsumaki finally begins, and it does not disappoint. Plus, we get a much-needed update on the artificial psychics from Tsukuyomi. Saitama jumped out of the Hero Association complex to avoid more damage and casualties during their fight. And in this chapter, titled Witnesses, for the simple fact that so many people are going to see this massive conflict between heroes, this time, we got a Tatsumaki cover. She's wearing her usual sleek dress, sporting a cold stare, and certainly doesn't look as approachable as her younger sister. We meet a family headed to live safely in a city. Oh, and for some reason, there's a blimp overhead advertising a sale for a store called Butt Chin Mart. Anyway, a close-up of a sign indicates that they are going to the Hero Association headquarters, specifically where the housing complexes are, and they couldn't be more excited about going there. A light-haired woman, a chat of a dad, and a wide-eyed son are introduced to us within the car, discussing what it means to be moving there. The mother points out that they were living in fear of monsters previously, while the father chimes in with the fact that there have been way more monsters than usual, driving home the point that the previous couple discussed. But unlike that rich son of a government worker, this family doesn't have the cash or power to get themselves into the complex. Instead, the father points out that they signed a 35-year loan just to make sure they'd be out of danger. Seriously, what a Chad. Meanwhile, the excited little boy can't wait to meet the heroes within the complex, knowing a lot of A-Class ones live there. He hopes to get autographs even. As they drive forward, with shining optimism, they spot something strange in the sky. At first, they think it might be some kind of bird. But as we get closer, it's shown to be Saitama still holding on to Tatsumaki and gliding through the air. Comparable to Superman, Saitama takes her across a barren wasteland caused by the Monster Association, never letting go of her wrist. Even as they tumble, twist, and bounce on the ground with enough force to kill most of their people, his grip is firm and relentless. Tatsumaki can't believe how stubborn Saitama is, wondering how long he's going to keep holding on. But when she calls him pervert, it's clear that she's understanding the situation a lot differently than what's going on in reality. Our bald hero is taken aback by that comment, even throwing out a, huh? While they continue to float above the ground together. But Tatsumaki, being the aggressive lady she is, starts to fight back, trying to shake him off with her Esper abilities. She shakes him at first, then gets him into a full-on, high-speed spin, attempting to launch him away from her. But all it really does is make him look like a helicopter propeller. When that doesn't do the trick, unsurprisingly, she smashes him into the ground below, breaking it apart with the force of it. And yet, Saitama's Crocs don't even come off of his feet. And he's still holding on to her. We all know this has to be a major blow to her psychic ego. This time, when she asks why he won't let go, she seems slightly gentler. There's even the faint hint of a blush, followed by her asking if he likes her. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Saitama is still dealing with the PTSD of losing his apartment building during her fight against Psycho Sorochi. What can we say? He's a man of the people. But that's not the part that bothers her. What really sets off Tatsumaki's fuse is the fact that he thinks she might try to run away. Any niceties she had left have run away for good. The veins popping out of her forehead look downright demonic, and her eyes would burn him to ash if she had that kind of power. To make matters worse, Tatsumaki throws back that she wouldn't run away from someone weaker than her. The blank but completely annoyed expression Saitama has lying below her, still holding onto her wrist, just shows how utterly tired he is with all espers at this point. So, he lets her go. At least she's still aware enough to realize Saitama is strong, even if she believes him to be weaker than herself. A fact that's proven by her gearing up to flick him away with 2 fingers, since she acknowledges him being able to survive. Tatsumaki's smirk looks almost evil as she tells Saitama, even if I strengthen the output of my psychic power just a touch. Then she blasts him away, and he just goes with the blow, flying backwards. Side note, Tatsumaki doesn't wear underwear, confirmed. She finishes her line admitting that she thought he might not die. Wear underwear, confirmed.
What the fuck?
She finishes her line admitting that she thought he might not die from her attack. Saitama slows the momentum by digging his feet into the ground and pushing rubble behind him as he does. His expression is serious for a moment, as if he might fight back now. But it quickly disappears. Something's changing again. All of the mess she's made by throwing him around is controlled by her telekinesis. She lifts every piece of rock and debris nearby, her eyes completely white and void of pupils. And then, she turns the whole mess into a literal tornado of terror. Even seeing this massive swirl building before him, dragging more and more debris inside, all Saitama thinks is that it looks fun. We then return to the wreckage Tatsumaki left behind in the Hero Complex's underground area. Stinger and Lightning Max question Fubuki's group about what happened down there, and Eyelashes and Mountain Ape explain,
Hello guys, it's JKI. Today I am back with a new video. Before I start with this video, I want to tell you guys that I am sad. In the last 30 days, I lost more than 1000 subscribers. If you are watching this video, please press the like and subscribe button.
Batman stands next to his Batmobile and uses his Batcomputer. He's sometimes Bruce Wayne, sometimes Batman, all times orphan.
This is now a safe city. I have punched a penguin into prison.
Alfred, Batman's loyal battler, carries a tray of Gotham.
Eat a dinner, Mattress Wayne.
An explosion explodes. The Joker and Two-Face enter the cave. The Joker is a clown but insane. Two-Face is a man but attorney.
No! It is Two-Face and One-Face. They hate me for being a bat.
Batman throws Alfred at Two-Face. Two-Face flips Alfred like a coin. Alfred lands heads up, which means Two-Face goes home.
It is just you and I, the Joker. Bat versus clown. Moral enemies.
I am such a freak. Society is bad. You drink water, I drink anarchy.
I drink bats just like a bat would.
Batman looks around for his parents, but they are still dead. This makes him have anger. He fires a bat rocket. The Joker deflects it with his sixth sense of humor. a clownly power.
I have never followed a rule. That is my rule. Do you follow? I don't.
Alfred, give birth to Robin.
Alfred begins the process since it is his job. The Joker now has a present in his hand. He juggles it over to Batman.
Happy birthday, Birthman.
Batman opens the present since he's a good guy. It contains a coupon for new parents, but is expired. This is a Joker joke.
Great, now none of us can watch TV. That's my TV! No crap, that's why I'm freaking stealing it. I'm calling the cops.
Guys, we have an insane amount of Fortnite Season 2 leaks.
Alright guys, what are we talking about today? What exciting, stupid thing do we have going on today on Food Theory? Oh, came prepared. Let's see. Congratulations! This video is so bad. Okay. This video is so bad and full of misinformation. Considering how many wrong things there are in your game and film theory channels, this somehow doesn't surprise me. Oh dear, this took a turn. Thank you for being the creator to finally speak up about food theory. They put out a lot of misinformation on all of their channels. I feel like that's being a bit harsh. I mean, sure, Sans isn't Ness and Hollow Knight isn't the old king, but a lot of information. It feels a bit aggressive. After seeing this, I'm convinced MatPat is a shill for the vegan and organic industry. I feel like my affection for McDonald's and my love of steak would disagree, but sure, you do you, friend. You stole this from Brew, similar thumbnail and content, shameful. Oh, geez, now we're stealing thumbnails, apparently. It's gonna be one of those days. Also, for the record, I actually haven't heard of the Brew channel, but I'm absolutely gonna look it up. I personally suggest you take down and or remake a video about this topic again. It would have actually been a good video if you did some sort of research. You know what? Comment, I can actually agree with that one. A good video does do good research, and I would say 99% of the time, I feel pretty darn confident about the research that me and the rest of the team does when we're working on these episodes. That said, you know, sometimes things slip through the cracks, but rarely is it something major enough to take down a whole video, so you know what? Let's do it. Let's look at this toxic information that we put out into the world and see. No. It's in ruins. My hometown has been completely wiped out.
Hey, something's wrong. You find any bodies? No. No, not yet. How is that even possible? Titans ransacked this place and there's not a speck of
They
blood?
must have fled. The villagers, I mean, they all escaped. Your family too.
You think so? You think they're alive?
Yeah, sure. It's the only logical explanation for why there'd be no trace of, well, carnage.
I don't know that I agree with that. Suppose the entire village was evacuated in time. How do you explain the devastation? Why would Titans rip apart empty houses? And that doesn't bother me half as much as the stables being full. Without horses, The village's odds of survival are slim to none.
Anyone not have a torch? Okay, let's move. Our mission is to evaluate the breach.
Sir!
Welcome home.
Did I? Snap out of it! We're falling behind Galegut and the others. Did you hear that? You had to. I swear that Titan... It was only your imagination. I didn't hear a damn thing. Focus on the mission. But it sounded... I don't know how, but it sounded like my mother... Damn it, Connie! Do you even know how serious our situation is right now? If we don't see this through, people will die in the hundreds of thousands. Just because your family escaped doesn't mean they're out of the woods yet. Now you want to be a soldier or don't you? Yeah. Stay focused. I'm a soldier!
The closer we get to the wall, the less populated the area will be.
That's good. It didn't take us very long. All right, let's head to the south. What's the point? Last I heard, there aren't any villages to the south of here. We've raised the alarm for everyone in the region. Now we pinpoint the breach. The idea is to ride along the wall from the west till we do. Seriously? You know Krista and me don't have our battle gear, right? What are we supposed to do about Titans? The south will be crawling with them. If we can't defend ourselves, you ought to just serve us up on a platter. Why not let the two of us withdraw from the front?
Ymir!
Negative. When we find where they're coming in, I'll need someone to relay it to HQ. I know you're scared, but like it or not, that's part of the job.
Ymir, look, I'm aware what I've gotten myself into. Come on. Hey, no one made me join the Scouts, and you know it. I chose it for myself. I know it's a different story in your case.
What? You think I signed up for all this crap because of you?
What other reason do you have for being here? You tried talking me into joining the military police till you were blue in the face. You bowed out so I'd be eligible. Don't try to deny it. I wasn't good enough to make the top 10 on my own. Ask anybody. When it comes to skill, you're the better soldier by far. I have no idea how you did it, but... Why? Why do that for me? My family? That's it, isn't it?
Sure. Why not? Relax. Don't worry about it so much. Take my word for it, sweetie. I'm only looking out for number one.
Really? That's such a relief.
Steady! The target is in range! All cannons, prepare to fire! Ready? Aim! Fire! wrong, Captain Rico! We keep this up, they'll never break our defense!
Not necessarily. The enemy has strength in numbers. If they attack in mass, the line won't have a snowball's chance in hell. And worse, something's off. Really off.
I don't like this.
Captain Hannes, sir! What's wrong?
Anyone else bothered by the fact we haven't spotted a Titan yet? You'd think that hole would have jumped out at us by now. If where they're getting in is nearby, why is it so quiet? Not that I mind on principle. We find the damn thing and get back without a scrape, all the better.
Please. Just get it over with. I can't take this. Any second now, they'll lunge at us from the shadows. Damn it. The closer we get to the entry point, the more it feels like we're marching into the jaws of death. This is driving me out of my mind. So, you followed the wall here too, I take it?
That's right. I assume you found the breach then? We didn't see any irregularities along the western route. Surely you must have seen something in the east.
No. The wall's perfectly intact.
Well, maybe we just overlooked it.
Not likely. Hole big enough for Titans to get through? No way.
I suggest we have another pass then.
That goes without saying. Trouble is, the horses are on the verge of collapse, and so are we. If only we had more light.
What's that? An old castle. Not an ideal place to sleep, but I guess we can make do with it for one night.
Yeah. And the moon's finally out at least.
Hey, Four Eyes. Since when are you a geologist? Or a rock's just that fascinating? Looks like you're about to drool.
What, this? It's not a rock.
Not an ordinary one anyway. It's a hardened piece of skin left behind by the female Titan.
It didn't vanish?
No. This random fragment broke off when Annie reverted back to her human form. It didn't evaporate. It didn't simply go poof. So that got me thinking, and when I compared it with the sliver of the wall, its texture and composition were, for all intents and purposes, virtually identical. In layman's terms, we're hemmed in by a barricade of enormous Titans. If my hypothesis is correct, the surface was constructed using consolidated Titan skin. You're kidding me. That's what Armin was trying to say.
So then...
Easy! It's rude to steal someone else's thunder. As it stands, we'd be hard-pressed to find a rock big enough to plug Wall Rose. It'd have to be just the right shape and size, and we don't have specifics yet. But on the other hand, where there's a will, there's a way. Picture Aaron utilizing his hardening ability while in Titan form.
I could match the hole.
The sealant should be composed of the same material. And the hardened bit won't dissolve once you've transformed back. This might be less of a long shot than it sounds. Thoughts?
Well, anything worthwhile incurs a little risk. If we can manage to shore up Wall Rose, Wall Maria starts to look fairly promising. Vital as it is, the outpost infrastructure slows us down to a crawl. The time and resources needed to transport materials are immense. But if supply wagons don't have to be accommodated, we can make our way to Shiganshina much faster. And what if we decided to carry out our plan in the dead of night?
Night?
Yes, when the Titans are effectively motionless.
That's not bad. In fact, it's genius, particularly if the group is small enough to slip by undetected. The straits we're in are as dire as they come. But there might just be the teeniest bit of slack.
Yeah, just bear in mind though, the whole plan hinges on whether or not Aaron can seal the hole again.
It's probably unfair of me to even ask. But do you think you can?
What he thinks really isn't the issue. You either will, or you won't. That's the reality. Our comrades are breaking their backs, but without you, it's nothing. Failure isn't an option.
Sir! I know! I'm prepared to do whatever it takes! That's a promise. My father's cellar. That's where the answers are. If there's a grain of truth in what he told me, everything depends on us making it there.
Here's Ermich.
No one said stop. Rolling stone gathers no moss.
This is...
Maybe you expected to see something quaint? This is what happens when the walls give.
Mommy! Daddy!
No. Take it in, holy man. These are the faces of human beings who've lost everything they ever had. Human beings you and your kind abandoned, incidentally. Hard to look at it, I'd imagine. But if the church had its way, this would be all of us. Titans would pour in and make a feast of what's left, shoveling man, woman, and child down their putrescent gullets. All humanity digested as one.
Once we leave Ermich, we'll be in Titan territory proper.
Aaron, well enough to ride a horse yet?
Yeah, should be able to manage one without much of a hassle.
Saddle up then, soldier. There's a mount waiting for you on the left lift.
Right.
Section commander, we're pressed for time.
Oh, thanks, Moblet. Give me a sec. So, seen the light yet by any chance? Oh, god damn it! Make up your mind! This isn't some spiritual test! Lives are on the line!
Alas, I have no choice. Neither myself nor the others who believe are at liberty to divulge the truth.
Fat lot of help you are! Thanks for keeping us company! It's been fun!
I'd offer my help if I could, but a duty as great as this one is beyond me. The Order of the Walls abides by the sacred will our faith commands us to obey.
Whose sacred will? You mean like God or something?
I can't answer that. But what I can do is provide you with a name. An individual the sacred will and its divine wisdom instructed us to monitor.
Monitor?
It's a person you know. Someone who enlisted with the Scout Regiment as of this year. A child by the name of...
Important message! I'm with the 104th Cadet Corps! Oh, and my name is Sasha Brous!
No way.
Who?
Sorry. This is for you, Section Commander.
You must find her with all haste. She is the key. She may know things we understand, but poorly. And with that, we come to the end of what I'm free to share. The rest I leave in your capable hands.
But if she's in the 104th Cadet Corps, she's at the front lines by now.
Then let's go! Come on! There's no time to lose!
Wait! Watch where you're going!
Sasha?
Just where did you come from all of a sudden?
I was sent to give a message to Commander Ervin, who then entrusted me to deliver this to you, Section Commander!
Oh, okay then. Excellent work. So, who was Nick talking about?
She was the smallest one in our class. Golden hair, blue eyes. In fact, she's kinda cute.
The girl who's always hanging around Ymir.
Excuse me?
How can you read this? Ymir. Do you?
Everyone, wake up! Get to the tower immediately! I couldn't see them in the dark, but with the moonlight.
How can they move? This shouldn't be happening. The sun went down hours ago.
What's going on?
Hey guys, the hell is that? It's gotta be a Titan. Have you ever seen one that big? Look at it. It's more like some kind of beast. How do we... Wait, is it? It's headed for the wall.
That's the plan. Are we clear?
Yes, clear. Right. We have to go. Now!
Calm down, Eren. I need you all to listen. We're going our separate ways. That's how it has to be. Ervin had his reasons for throwing this ragtag squad together, but right now this is all riding on you. Armin, you and Hanji are the brain trust. Use your combined knowledge to cook up some kind of solution.
Right. Yes, sir.
Mikasa, I don't think I'll ever get why you're so attached to the guy, but put your skills to good use. Protect Eren at all costs.
Sir, I intend to.
And you, don't screw this up.
Hey, hey! Back off! Don't be coming up here! Ain't you got nothing better to do?
Bother someone else! I should be drinking right now, damn it! You're standing between me and a tankard of ale! I've earned the right to get trashed!
Rookies, stay where you are. We've got this. Let the ODM gear do what it was designed for. Attack!
Check your emotions, Eren. Learn the meaning of the word restraint. If you let yourself succumb to blind rage, all hope is lost. We can't afford another mistake.
Sir!
There's a tower nearby that'll give us access to the wall. Part of an abandoned fortification to the southwest. We ride with all haste for Utgard Castle.